My name is Ada Sanchez, and before I started acupuncture, I was having a lot of asthma issues. I had been to my regular doctor and prescribed inhalers, nasal sprays, and back when Claritin was still a prescription, and then over-the-counter type medications. And while those gave temporary relief, it was a constant struggle, especially with the asthma. So at work one day, one of the gals that I work with told me about the acupuncture with Dr. Wong. So I made an appointment to come see him. And luckily my insurance covers a good portion of it. Made the appointment, came in, had a good consultation with him, told him everything that was going on with the asthma, especially because it had been about 5 years of battling asthma. My first session with him was awesome. I ended up walking out of the office feeling like $1 million. The asthma was gone and I was able to breathe. So he was treating me for the asthma and for the allergies, the underlying, which were the allergies. I really didn't have any issues with the needles like a lot of people do, because I know that the finger prick, like for giving blood, is much more painful than the actual needles for the acupuncture. So going in, I was fine with the needles and as many as he needed to do in order to be able to relieve the symptoms. So that was in the spring of 2009 when I started acupuncture, and I had a number of sessions with him in order to get the asthma under control, which it did. So I no longer have to use an inhaler. I continue to come to Dr. Wang for other issues as well. I had the plantar fasciitis in my feet, which he really took care of. I've had some back problems. I actually had a nagging, burning, like a fireball in my left scapula that I had for about 10 years. And when I talked to Dr. Wang, and this was in 2010 when he started treating me for that issue, we ended up having a number of sessions to get that under control, but that's now gone, which has been such a relief because it really kept me from doing a lot of exercises, especially walking and running. So I'm able to do that again because of the acupuncture, specifically for that issue. Now I pretty much come to him just for what he likes to call tune-ups, the occasional flare-up of asthma. For example, we had a really, really high cedar count here recently, and where people were suffering from that for the beginning of the season, it actually didn't get to me up until about 2 weeks ago. So I let it go for about a week and finally couldn't take it any longer, came to Dr. Wang, left that very same day feeling great, and I have felt great ever since. You either continue to suffer whatever symptoms that you're having, whether it's, asthma or allergy related, because he treats a number of different issues. My thing is get over that fear, because the benefits that you get from the acupuncture far outweighs the fear. Also, in the Eastern medicine philosophy, it's always been you treat the cause. Western medicine, unfortunately, is so much you treat the symptoms, and it's a Band-Aid versus getting to the core of whatever the problem is and either eliminating it altogether or getting it under control where it doesn't affect your overall health. My very first time I came to him, when he put the needles in and he put the lights, turned the lights low, and he put on that really soothing music. And it was about for the first half hour while I was laying on the table relaxing, I could feel, it was the weirdest feeling. It's just like I felt this, whatever was in me, I call it toxins, just literally leaving my body that very first time. And when he came in to do the other side, because he does the front and most of the time he'll do the back for, balance out. When I got done with this session, I told him how I felt, and it was just the weirdest feeling of having whatever it was that was inside me just literally leaving my body through those little needles. It was the most amazing feeling.